Everyone, is Little Chris back with another video. I'm playing this weird ass game about Stanley. It's probably like I tried to play it a little bit and I got creeped out. Like, I'm just gonna play the intro and you find out for yourself.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay. First I'm gonna try to do a little intro for the game. This is fucking scary. Like, you're by yourself the whole game and is talking to his voice, so that's kind of what it is. Let me see. Alright, let's see.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I know there's like 100,000 endings to this game,
how
so
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office.
Oh my gosh,
but it didn't
reacts
make a
to everything.
single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
You just gotta find stuff because it's a creepy ass game. Alright. Can I? Yeah, I think I can. Let me see. Nope. Nope. Alright, I'm here. What does it say? I hate Mondays, okay. I gotta look for something, you know? Because I can't go the way he...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, this is left and this is right. I'm gonna go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room,
Oh, shit.
and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, sure. Even though the door fucking closed on me. Yo, look how long, what the fuck? I can't zoom in. No, alright. Keep dry. It's paper, okay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Should I do it? Or I haven't got to this point. I don't even know. We got left, and we got right. What if we go right, you know? I'm scared, though. What the hell?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Thank you. Alright, now I'm locked. Okay, well, I picked my choice. Where do I go? Hello? Hello? Penalty of misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Damn, bro.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
That's a lie.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
What do you mean?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's been waiting.
What are you talking about? Oh, fuck that, man. Let me back in. Oh, wait. Fuck, guys, I'm going in for you. I'm scared. Oh, shit.
That's her, Stanley.
What the
You
fuck?
need to be the one to do this.
Why
To
am...
reach out to her.
What? Okay. Hello? 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 What the fuck?
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go.
What?
All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about
Your damn
You're funny.
Come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife?
That's fucked
They
up.
want to commit their life to you.
That's fucked up.
I'm trying to make a point here,
Nope.
Stanley.
No.
I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Man, what the fuck, man? What do you mean? I don't got a loving fucking fuck you.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Whoa. Good morning, employee. Press O on your control. Okay.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow.
Okay.
He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Push triangle.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Alright, I'm
Now
not...
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
It's interesting that, like, the outside is nothing, if you can see that. Press X, yes.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Damn, what a fucked up watch TV show.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished.
I think she's gonna kill me, and I don't know what to do. I think I'm supposed to do something.
Excited him terribly.
Spend time with the boy. Okay.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Press... Okay.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell my wife I love... Why are you gonna kill me? Well, fuck
But there is no answer.
Okay.
How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. that
Damn,
as long
bro.
as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Oh, okay. I got it. I won't push it. Oh, I won't push it. I will not push it. I set the clock to my time. I don't know why it's like this. So I'm guessing it won't let me do anything until it's pushed. X. Let's try X. Circle. Triangle. Circle, 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 circle. Well, the thing is, when you make it the only option, I can't do nothing about it. I hate Mondays. Yes. I hate Mondays too. Even though today's like a Wednesday, I think. Oh yeah. Fuck it. Well, square this.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Damn,
How can
I'm
I
trying
get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
I question something. How do I question it? Not question nothing. There has to be things I could touch. I want to touch something. Alright, well, this game chose for me. Okay.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
What the
I
fuck?
tried again.
Please die.
Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I died? Hello, guys? Do you hear me? I don't know what the fuck. Ever is the end is never end, the end is the end. Alright, well, I guess I made the wrong choice. There's like a whole bunch of choices. I don't know what to do, guys. Alright, I'm gonna go back again.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah,
Stanley
blah.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
It's very
he
interesting,
simply
though.
missed a memo.
I will touch this voice.
When Stanley came to a set of two open
Oh, yeah, we're
doors,
gonna go
he
left.
entered the
Okay,
door
shut
on
the
his
fuck
left.
up. Shut the fuck up, please. Interesting.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's a wrench. There's a scissors. No, not scissors. Pliers.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet.
I think that's what you want you to think.
Still be here.
There's a reason. That's why you wouldn't say nothing if there wasn't a reason, right? Like, right? Like, this is like some weird hypothetical story.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in
Alright,
the broom closet.
okay, yes.
He wasn't even doing anything.
I'm
At
doing
least
stuff.
If there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
So there must be...
He's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
What does that mean? Back off? Fuck off? Jack off? I'm trying to do something.
Are you really still in the broom closet?
I'm in the fucking broom closet. I'm not doing nothing.
Because offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm not trying to die. Maybe I'm supposed to get parts. I know there's like a teleporter or some shit.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right?
I don't believe you.
If I'd said Stanley walked past
Oh my gosh.
the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
Then why can't I get in it?
Thought to mention it.
I don't believe you.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite."
What the fuck?
I hope your friends find this concerning.
That's funny. Interesting, though.
Stanley was fat and ugly and
Okay,
really stupid.
fucking
He
shit.
probably only got the job because of a family connection.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
how
talking
stupid
shit
he
now.
is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
I believe the hooker part, not drugs. I mean, if you get hookers, hookers are pretty expensive.
Well,
Like,
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I'm not
You
dead.
got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed in front of your screen. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
What do you mean?
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby?
What the fuck?
The person at this computer is dead.
What do you mean?
They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities.
Vulnerabilities?
It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove
Here's
the
someone.
corpse
Guys,
from
help!
the area
Guys, I'm scared!
and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics
Oh my gosh,
and filling them in on the history of
talk to more than me.
narrative in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Well, I don't believe you. I believe there's something in here. One, two, three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Is he stop talking? Can I do something? No, I think this is actually useless. Aha.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Thanks, dipshit.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, I'm not gonna do that. I'm going downstairs because I'm a crackhead. Oh, shit's hell. But you know what? A paper. It says something. Guys, read! Hi, my name is Dave. Dude, I can't read that shit! Well, whatever. It's an Easter egg.
But Stanley just couldn't do it.
No, I
He
couldn't.
considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy,
scary, bro. I got my
why had he
headphones on.
taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Maybe I
All
am.
my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
I'm walking
And
in a
as Stanley
circle.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Yeah,
Why did
yeah.
doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah,
were
they
they
do.
simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue.
What?
He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
This is all a dream. Oh.
He yelled.
No, it's
This
not.
is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers
I can't go
weren't
back.
actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his
1,
job.
2,
He wasn't
B4.
crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well
Oh, it's
enjoy
different.
this while I'm still lucid.
I think it's different.
So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he
I'm floating.
imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and
Guys,
Stanley
help.
marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid?
Guys?
And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
I don't get it.
I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Oh my
he
gosh.
thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream.
Recommendations from the
Was
overnight
Stanley
committee.
simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Could just what?
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back.
Okay.
The fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
I can move.
Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Sad.
I want my apartment and my wife.
You don't have a wife.
And my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
Normal.
Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Well, I'm not nowhere. So.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real.
Guys.
I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I?
It's loud as fuck.
Black.
Well, my heart's racing, guys. Like I feel like my toes are not curling.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
What?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
What do you mean?
She rose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people
look like.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
So he was... That kind of don't make sense, but it's a ending. Well, guys, I'm going to leave it off just like that. If you like the video, please like and subscribe so I can make more. I'm still kind of questioning everything. But thank you for watching.